Hey there, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss out on the inspiration and wisdom we share here. Today, we're diving deep into something truly powerful, the strength that comes from being alone. Stick around, because this is going to be a journey of self-discovery, motivation, and a little bit of tough love that we all need sometimes. Don't forget to like the video and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Let's get started. Part 1. Being alone is powerful. It makes you realize that, at the end of the day, you need yourself more than anyone else. It's a time when you grow to understand your own capabilities and learn to trust your own instincts. You see, we generate fears when we sit idle, letting our thoughts spiral. But we overcome those fears through action. Action is the antidote to the worries we create in our minds. When you're stuck, when you're uncertain, move. Even if it's not perfect, even if you make mistakes, action beats the paralysis of overthinking every single time. You want to make the wrong decision? Easy, ask everyone what you should do. You'll end up so confused by different opinions that you'll forget what you actually wanted in the first place. That's why it's so important, don't look back, because you're not going that way. The past is the past, and while it can teach us, we don't have to live there. Move forward, even if it's a little scary. That's where your future is waiting for you. Here's the truth, if people took back the pain they caused you, you'd lose the strength you gained. Every challenge you faced, every bit of pain that made you feel broken at the time, it's all added to your strength. Life has this funny way of testing us right before it blesses us. It's like the universe asking, how bad do you really want this? And if you stay strong through those tough moments, the rewards are often better than you imagined. Focus is key. If you focus on the hurt, you'll continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you'll continue to grow. What is it that you're looking for? The magic you think is missing from your life? It's probably hidden in the work you're avoiding. The effort that feels just a bit too hard, the steps that feel intimidating, that's where the magic is. You can be a negative or a positive person in life, but let me tell you, only one of those choices will actually get you anywhere. Positivity is fuel for progress. And speaking of progress, never expose your next move before you make it. Just take the step. Let your actions do the talking, because when you move in silence, your results will speak loud and clear. There's an old saying, a fish with a closed mouth never gets caught. Keep your plans to yourself until they're too obvious to hide, until they're already reality. You know, people love to project their fears onto you. The people who say, you can't do this, or, it won't work for you, are usually the ones terrified that you actually will succeed. It's their own fears talking. Don't listen. Instead, listen to yourself, be careful how you speak to yourself, because you are listening. The words you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold about yourself, they matter more than anyone else's opinion. So build yourself up, not down. And if you think you're getting everything wrong, let me tell you something, you're not. Your path is yours. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It shouldn't. It can't. Stop comparing where you are to where others are. If something brings you happiness, hold on to it. It doesn't need to be broadcasted or justified to anyone else. If it makes you happy, keep it quiet, protect it, and cherish it. Not everything needs to be a public statement. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. Think about that for a second. The people you choose to keep in your life, the relationships you nurture and grow, those are what matter. The more you know yourself, the less you'll need approval from others. You'll realize that true fulfillment comes from within, not from the validation of people who barely know your story. The past may not have turned out the way you wanted, but that doesn't mean the future can't be better than you ever imagined. Dreams are personal, and they're precious. Never allow small minds to convince you that your dreams are too big. They're not. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And if you're trying to please everybody, let me tell you, you're going to end up pleasing nobody, including yourself. It's impossible to make everyone happy, and when you try, all you do is lose yourself in the process. Remember, we can't become what we want by staying the same. Growth requires change. It requires us to step out of our comfort zones and challenge the beliefs that hold us back. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The truth is, everyone in your life is going to hurt you at some point. You just have to decide who is worth the pain, who is worth forgiving and loving despite their flaws. Because let's be honest, we all have flaws. And when you find yourself constantly questioning if something is right for you, if you keep having that nagging feeling, chances are, it's not. Trust your gut. Trust the voice inside that guides you, even when it's hard to listen to. Accept both compliments and criticism with grace. It takes both sunshine and rain to make a tree grow. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time, so don't condemn yourself for old mistakes just because you've gained new wisdom. Growth is about learning, not about punishing yourself for what you didn't know. And let's be real, bad habits are like a comfortable bed. They're easy to get into, but really hard to get out of. It's comfortable to stay where we are, to stay in patterns that feel familiar. But comfort doesn't lead to growth. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take, the relationships we were too scared to start, and the decisions we took too long to make. Life waits for no one, and every moment spent waiting is a moment that could be spent living. Alright, that wraps up part 1. If you're getting something out of this, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Stick around for part 2, because we're just getting started, more lessons, more wisdom, and more motivation coming your way. Life is going to test you, and sometimes it might seem relentless. But the thing is, if you want something badly enough, you have to be willing to go through the trials that come with it. Every hardship, every setback, it's there to see if you have what it takes. The reality is that you can't focus on the hurt if you want to keep moving forward. You have to focus on the lesson, on what it's trying to teach you, because that is where real growth happens. The magic you're looking for? The kind of change that feels life-altering? It's hidden in the work you're avoiding. It's in those uncomfortable tasks that you've been putting off, the ones that feel challenging and inconvenient. That's where the transformation lies. You can either be a negative person or a positive person, but let me tell you, only one of those attitudes will get you where you want to be. Negativity holds you back, weighs you down, and stops you from even trying. Positivity, on the other hand, is what gives you momentum. When you have a goal, keep it close to your chest. Don't share every detail with everyone. Just take the steps, one by one, and let your actions do the talking. The truth is, not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. The less people know, the less they can interfere or discourage you. Remember the saying, a fish with a closed mouth never gets caught. Sometimes, silence is your greatest ally. The people who say you can't do it, the ones who try to bring you down, they're usually projecting their own insecurities. They're scared that you'll achieve something they couldn't, so they try to keep you on their level. But here's the thing, you can't let other people's fears become your own. You need to speak kindly to yourself, because at the end of the day, you are your own greatest ally or your worst enemy. The words you tell yourself are the foundation for your actions. And if you ever feel like you're doing it all wrong, like you're behind or missing out, let me remind you, your path is unique. It's yours alone. It's not supposed to look like anyone else's, and it never will. Embrace the journey you're on. Stop comparing it to others. There is no one right way to live a life, and there certainly isn't one right timeline. If something brings you joy, hold on to it. Keep it close and protect it. The world doesn't always need to know your happiness. Some things are more beautiful when they're kept private. The family you choose, the relationships you invest in, those are what truly matter. Blood may make you related, but love and loyalty make you family. The more you understand yourself, the less you need others' validation. You won't crave the approval of people who barely know the real you. And just because your past didn't turn out the way you wanted doesn't mean your future can't be brighter than you ever imagined. You are the author of your story, and it's never too late to write a new chapter. Do not let small-minded people convince you that your dreams are unrealistic or too big. You know why? Because their limitations don't define you. When people try to hold you back, it's often because they can't see past their own fears and limitations. Keep your vision clear and focused, even when others can't see it. If you're trying to make everyone happy, you'll end up making no one happy, least of all yourself. People-pleasing will only lead to frustration and burnout. Live your life for you, not for the opinions of others. Growth requires change, and change is uncomfortable. We can't become who we want to be if we keep doing the same things we've always done. It's like a butterfly. To become something new, you have to be willing to leave your comfort zone behind. The truth is, everyone in your life will hurt you at some point. It's inevitable. But the real question is, who is worth the pain? Who is worth forgiving, and who do you love enough to keep in your life despite the hurt? Those are the people who matter. When you're faced with a choice and find yourself constantly questioning it, chances are, it's not right for you. Trust your instincts. Your gut knows what your mind sometimes can't make sense of. Listen to it. And when you receive both praise and criticism, take them in stride. It takes both sunlight and rain to make anything grow. The same goes for us. We need the highs and the lows, the good and the bad, to become the best versions of ourselves. You did the best you could with the knowledge and experience you had at the time. Don't punish yourself now for what you didn't know then. Growth is about learning, evolving, and doing better when you know better. Let go of regret and self-blame. The past can't be changed, but the future is completely within your control. Take what you've learned and move forward. Bad habits might feel comfortable, but comfort is the enemy of growth. They're easy to slip into and hard to break, but they hold you back from what you're truly capable of. In the end, the regrets we carry are often about the chances we didn't take, the relationships we were too scared to pursue, and the decisions we put off for too long. Life moves quickly, and every moment spent waiting is a missed opportunity to live fully. Waiting for change without taking action is like standing at a bus stop waiting for a train. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be willing to do the work, to take the risks, to step outside of what's familiar. There are 3 ways we learn wisdom: by reflecting on our experiences, by observing others, and by living through our own mistakes. Experience might be the hardest teacher, but it's also the most effective. Don't let other people's opinions drown out your own voice. You have something unique to say, a perspective that only you can offer. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, because life will throw curveballs your way. And always, always respect yourself. When you value yourself, others will take notice. People can see when you respect yourself, and it sets the standard for how they treat you. You can't make everyone happy, and trying to do so will only lead to disappointment. Focus on what makes you happy, on what brings you fulfillment. And stay away from people who can't see their own flaws but are quick to point out yours. Those are not the people you need in your life. Instead, focus on what's right in front of you. Take things one step at a time. You don't need to see the whole staircase to keep moving upward. Be brave enough to be bad at something new. It's okay to stumble, to struggle, to not be perfect right away. Growth takes time, and learning something new means being willing to start at the bottom. Your thoughts are powerful. They're like boomerangs. What you send out will come back to you. So send out positivity, hope, and belief in yourself. Listen to the people who tell you what you don't want to hear. The ones who challenge you, who push you to be better. They are the ones who truly care about your growth. The more you hold on to things that aren't meant for you, the longer you delay what's actually meant for you. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived, the opportunities you could have taken. You can't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you're in the dark. It's a hard truth to swallow, but it's a reality we all have to face. That's why self-reliance is so important. You have to be able to count on yourself first before you can count on anyone else. And remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's better to take action and make mistakes than to sit still and regret not trying. Regret is a heavy burden, much heavier than any mistake you could make. Excuses might make today easier, but they make tomorrow much harder. Discipline, on the other hand, might make today challenging, but it paves the way for a better tomorrow. If you want to grow, if you want to succeed, you have to choose discipline over comfort. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. If you're a giver, know your limits, because takers don't have any. Some people will take and take until there's nothing left, and if you let them, they'll drain you completely. You have to set boundaries to protect yourself. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, they're about making sure the right people stay in. They're about protecting your energy and your peace of mind. If you don't take care of what's in your head, you'll end up dropping what's in your hands. Mental clarity is key to success. You can't achieve your goals if your mind is cluttered with worries and doubts. When you're facing a problem, don't run to your friends with it before you've had a chance to find a solution yourself. It's not that you shouldn't ask for help, sometimes you need it, but you should always try to solve things on your own first. That's how you build resilience, that's how you learn. No matter how challenging a situation might be, there's always something you can do about it. Even if it's just changing your perspective, there's always a step you can take. You don't lack potential, you lack focus. You don't lack skill, you lack consistency. You don't lack resources, you lack strategy. And you don't lack capability, you lack discipline. The things you want are within your reach, but you have to be willing to do the work to get them. It's easy to blame external factors for why we haven't achieved our goals, but the truth is, most of the time, the only thing holding us back is ourselves. Your future is in your hands, but the doubt is in your head. Everyone wants to skip the struggle, but that's where character is built. That's where you learn what you're truly capable of. Struggle is not something to be avoided, it's something to be embraced. It's through struggle that we grow, that we become stronger. Self-pity is dangerous. It keeps you stuck, keeps you from moving forward. Don't let yourself fall into that trap. You're stronger than you think, and you're capable of more than you realize. Vision without execution is just a hallucination. Dreams are great, but without action, they're just fantasies. You have to be willing to put in the work, to take the steps necessary to bring your vision to life. And when it comes to letting go, making too much effort to forget someone is actually just another way of remembering them. Let go, not by force, but by acceptance. Accept that some things aren't meant to be, and move forward with grace. Never let a lack of support stop you from achieving your goal. Not everyone will see your vision, and that's okay. You don't need everyone to understand or support you. You just need to believe in yourself enough to keep going, even when no one else does. Don't be afraid of losing people, be afraid of losing yourself while trying to keep everyone around you happy. Your peace, your happiness, your authenticity, those are the things that matter most. Putting things off until tomorrow is a weakness we all fall into from time to time. But procrastination is the thief of progress. The more you put things off, the further away you get from your goals. Once you reach a certain level of maturity, you'll realize that silence is more powerful than trying to prove your point. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is to let your actions speak for themselves. Let your success be the proof of your hard work. A lack of boundaries invites a lack of respect. People will treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If you don't set boundaries, if you don't stand up for yourself, people will take advantage. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, they're about ensuring that you are treated with the respect and dignity you deserve. Work for what you want more than you talk about it. Actions speak louder than words, and results speak louder than intentions. Stop choosing things that aren't choosing you. Learn to be okay with not being invited, with not being included, with not being considered. It doesn't define your worth. It won't happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. Keep going, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're getting nowhere. Consistency is what will get you there in the end. Work on your job and make a living, but work on yourself and make a fortune. The greatest investment you can make is in yourself. The hardest part of any journey is at the beginning. Just like a rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff, the beginning is when you need the most energy, the most effort. But once you get going, once you gain momentum, it gets easier. The beginning might be hard, but it's worth it. Keep pushing, keep striving, because what's on the other side is worth the struggle. Alright, before we continue, Take a second to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and if you're enjoying this content, hit the like button and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you more of what you love. Remember, change is uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth. You can't stay the same and expect your life to change. You have to be willing to leave behind the things that no longer serve you, the habits, the mindsets, the people who hold you back. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The truth is, everyone will hurt you at some point. You just have to decide who is worth the pain, who is worth keeping in your life despite their flaws. No one is perfect, and expecting perfection from others is a recipe for disappointment. When you find yourself constantly questioning if something is right for you, that's a sign. Trust your instincts. Your gut knows what your mind sometimes can't comprehend. Listen to that inner voice. It knows what's best for you. And when it comes to feedback, accept both compliments and criticism. It takes both sunshine and rain for a tree to grow. You need both the highs and the lows, the good and the bad, to become the best version of yourself. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Don't punish yourself now for what you didn't know then. Growth is about learning and evolving, not about condemning yourself for past mistakes. Let go of regret, let go of self-blame. The past is done, but the future is yours to shape. Take what you've learned and move forward with confidence and hope. And finally, remember that bad habits are comfortable, but comfort doesn't lead to growth. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. In the end, the things we regret most are not the mistakes we made, but the chances we didn't take, the opportunities we missed, the moments we let slip away. Life is too short to live with regrets. Take the chance, make the leap, do the thing that scares you. Because at the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. No one likes to be alone, but sometimes, solitude is exactly what we need. It's in those quiet moments that we find our true selves. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It's about learning to be your own best friend, learning to enjoy your own company. It's about becoming comfortable with who you are, without the need for external validation. When you learn to stand on your own, you realize that your strength has always been there, waiting for you to uncover it. You can't expect others to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself first. Confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room or being without flaws. It's about knowing who you are, embracing both your strengths and weaknesses, and moving forward anyway. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, not because they're perfect, but because they're real. When you accept yourself, flaws and all, you set the standard for how others should treat you. Happiness is not something you find, it's something you create. It's a choice you make every day. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you'll be happy when you get that promotion, when you find that relationship, when you reach that goal. But if you keep chasing happiness, you'll never catch it. Happiness comes from within. It comes from gratitude, from focusing on the good even when things aren't perfect, from choosing to see the positive side of things. You have to be willing to let go of what's weighing you down to move forward. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, or a habit that's holding you back, letting go is the only way to create space for something better. Change is hard, but staying stuck is harder. Growth requires us to be brave enough to let go of what no longer serves us, even if it means stepping into the unknown. Sometimes, the hardest part isn't letting go, it's believing that there's something better waiting for you on the other side. It's easy to get caught up in the past, in what went wrong, in what could have been. But the past is over, and there's nothing you can do to change it. The only thing you have control over is what you do now, in this moment. You have the power to decide whether you let the past define you or whether you use it as a stepping stone to something greater. Let go of regret. Let go of the need to change what cannot be changed. Focus on the present, and take action towards the future you want to create. Your mindset is everything. The way you talk to yourself, the thoughts you choose to entertain, they shape your reality. If you keep telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, then that's exactly what you'll become. But if you choose to believe in your potential, if you choose to see yourself as capable, strong, and worthy, then that's what you'll become. Your thoughts are powerful, and you have the ability to control them. Choose thoughts that empower you, that lift you up, that propel you forward. Never underestimate the power of small steps. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the big picture, by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. But progress isn't about making giant leaps, it's about taking one small step at a time. Every small step adds up, and eventually, those small steps will take you to where you want to be. Don't worry about how far you have to go. Focus on the next step in front of you, and take it. Just one step. Then another. That's how you move forward. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare your life to someone else's, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Everyone's journey is different, and you can't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You don't know the struggles they've faced, the sacrifices they've made, or the challenges they've overcome. Focus on your own path, on your own growth. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable if you want to grow. Comfort zones are nice, but nothing ever grows there. Growth happens when you push yourself, when you do the things that scare you, when you step into the unknown. It's not easy, and it's not always fun, but it's worth it. The more you challenge yourself, the more you'll realize that you're capable of so much more than you thought. Don't be afraid to take risks, to make mistakes, to fail. Every failure is a lesson, every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. The people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your life. Choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you, who push you to be better. Stay away from those who bring you down, who fill your mind with doubt, who make you feel less than. You deserve to be around people who see your potential, who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. Your environment matters, and the people you choose to keep in your life can either help you grow or hold you back. Forgiveness is a powerful thing, not because it lets others off the hook, but because it frees you. Holding on to anger, resentment, and bitterness only hurts you. It keeps you stuck in the past, in the pain. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting what happened or excusing someone's behavior, it's about choosing to let go of the hurt, to no longer let it control you. It's about finding peace, about moving forward without the weight of past pain dragging you down. Forgive for yourself, not for anyone else. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of hard work, persistence, and dedication. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing through the hard times, staying committed when things get tough, and not giving up when the results aren't immediate. Success is a journey, not a destination. It's about the person you become along the way, the lessons you learn, the strength you gain. Stay patient, stay focused, and keep going. Your time will come. The way you respond to challenges says a lot about you. Life is going to throw obstacles in your path, that's a guarantee. But it's how you respond to those obstacles that determines your success. You can let them defeat you, or you can use them as fuel to push you forward. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to prove to yourself just how resilient you are. Don't shy away from challenges. Face them head-on, and use them to become better. If you want something, you have to be willing to work for it. There's no shortcut to success, no easy way out. You have to be willing to put in the time, the effort, the hard work. You have to be willing to make sacrifices, to stay disciplined, to keep going even when it's hard. The people who succeed aren't the ones who have it easy, they're the ones who refuse to give up, who keep pushing forward no matter what. You have what it takes, but you have to be willing to work for it. Before we move on, take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we upload new content. If you're finding value in this, give it a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you more of the content you love. Embrace who you are, flaws and all. You are not perfect, and that's okay. No one is. Embrace your imperfections, your quirks, your uniqueness. They're what make you who you are. Stop trying to be someone you're not. Stop trying to fit into a mold that doesn't suit you. The world needs you to be you, not some version of yourself that you think others will like. When you embrace who you are, when you accept yourself fully, that's when you'll find true happiness. Keep going, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. The moments when you feel like giving up are the moments when you're closest to a breakthrough. The struggle is part of the journey. It's what makes the reward so much sweeter. Don't quit when things get tough. Push through, keep moving forward, and remember why you started in the first place. The only way to fail is to give up. As long as you keep going, you're still in the game, and you're still moving towards your dreams. Your life is a reflection of the choices you make every single day. Every decision you make, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. Whether it's choosing to get up early, to take care of your health, or to work towards your goals, it's all connected. The choices you make today shape the future you'll have tomorrow. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, and that makes all the difference. The power of your habits is incredible. Your habits define who you are and where you're going. If you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. It might seem like a small thing, but consistent, positive habits can transform your life over time. Wake up a little earlier, take care of your body, read, learn, and grow. It's those small daily actions that will lead to big changes. Remember, your future self is a reflection of the habits you practice today. People often say they want success, but they aren't willing to put in the work that success requires. You can't just wish for things to happen, you have to take action. Success isn't just about talent, it's about perseverance, about showing up even when it's hard. It's about putting in the time and effort, even when no one is watching. If you want something, work for it. Don't sit around waiting for the perfect opportunity. Create your own opportunities by being ready, by putting in the work, by staying committed to your vision. Let's talk about fear for a second. Fear is natural. It's part of being human. But too often, we let fear control us. We let it keep us from taking risks, from trying new things, from chasing our dreams. Fear will always be there, but you have to learn to move forward despite it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action in the face of it. Feel the fear, acknowledge it, but don't let it stop you. Push through, and you'll discover that the things you feared most were never as scary as they seemed. You are stronger than you think. There will be times when you feel weak, when you doubt yourself, when you wonder if you have what it takes. But remember this, every time you've faced a challenge, every time you've overcome something that seemed impossible, you've proven just how strong you are. You're capable of so much more than you realize. Don't underestimate yourself, and don't let your doubts hold you back. When things get tough, remind yourself of everything you've already overcome. The company you keep is crucial. You are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. If you want to grow, if you want to become the best version of yourself, surround yourself with people who lift you up. Find people who inspire you, who push you to be better, who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. Cut out the negativity. Stay away from those who drain your energy, who doubt you, who bring you down. You deserve to be around people who see your potential and want to see you succeed. When it comes to your dreams, don't settle. Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big or unrealistic. They're your dreams, and they're valid. People who tell you that you can't do something are often projecting their own fears and limitations onto you. Don't let their limitations become yours. You have the ability to achieve anything you set your mind to, but you have to be willing to work for it. Stay focused, stay determined, and don't settle for anything less than what you truly want. Take responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame others for our circumstances, to point fingers when things don't go our way. But at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. The choices you make, the actions you take, they all contribute to where you are and where you're going. Own your life, the good and the bad. When you take responsibility, you empower yourself to make changes, to grow, to create the life you want. No one else is going to do it for you, it's up to you. The road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be twists and turns, setbacks, and obstacles. There will be times when you feel like you're moving backward instead of forward. But remember, progress isn't always linear. Sometimes, taking a step back is part of moving forward. It's about learning, adjusting, and finding a better way. Don't get discouraged when things don't go according to plan. Stay adaptable, stay focused, and keep moving. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Don't let the opinions of others hold you back. Too often, we let the fear of what others might think stop us from doing what we truly want. But the truth is, people are going to have opinions no matter what you do. You can't please everyone, and trying to do so will only leave you feeling unfulfilled. Do what makes you happy. Follow your own path, even if others don't understand it. The people who truly care about you will support you, and the rest don't matter. It's okay to fail. In fact, failure is a necessary part of success. Every successful person has failed at some point. It's through failure that we learn, that we grow, that we become better. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to take risks, to try something new, to put yourself out there. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey to success. The only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep learning, you're moving forward. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. We often get so focused on our big goals that we forget to acknowledge the small victories along the way. But those small victories are important. They're what keep us motivated, what remind us that we're making progress. Take time to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Every step forward is a step in the right direction, and it deserves to be acknowledged. Be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Trust the process. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't always happen in the way we expect. There will be times when things don't make sense, when you feel like you're not making progress, when you wonder if it's all worth it. But trust the process. Keep putting in the work, keep showing up, keep moving forward. Trust that everything you're doing is leading you to where you need to be. The journey might be long, but it will be worth it. Let go of what you can't control. There are so many things in life that are beyond our control, other people's actions, the past, the future. Worrying about these things only wastes your energy and leaves you feeling powerless. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your attitude, your choices. When you focus on what you can control, you take back your power. You may not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, and that's where your power lies. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and change doesn't happen overnight. There will be times when you feel like you're not making progress, when you wonder if you're doing enough. But remember, growth is not always visible in the moment. It's happening beneath the surface, slowly but surely. Be patient with yourself, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Keep putting in the work, keep moving forward, and trust that the results will come. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. If this message is resonating with you, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and connect with you. Finally, remember that your value is not determined by your achievements, by what you do, or by what you have. Your value is inherent. You are worthy simply because you exist. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone, and you don't have to earn it. Stop seeking validation from others, stop trying to prove yourself, and start embracing who you are. You are enough, just as you are, and you always have been. Believe in yourself, trust your journey, and know that you are capable of achieving great things. One of the most powerful things you can do in life is to take full ownership of your happiness. Your happiness is your responsibility, not someone else's. It's easy to blame others for our unhappiness, to point fingers and think, if only they did this, I'd be happy. But the truth is, relying on others to make you happy only sets you up for disappointment. True happiness comes from within. It comes from accepting yourself, from doing the things you love, from living in alignment with your values. When you realize that you are responsible for your happiness, you take your power back. Setbacks are not failures, they're part of the process. Life will never be a straight path to success, and setbacks are inevitable. But the way you choose to see those setbacks is what matters. You can let them defeat you, or you can use them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to come back even stronger. Each setback is a lesson, and each lesson is a stepping stone towards your success. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. That's why having a strong morning routine is so important. How you choose to start your day impacts your mood, your productivity, and your mindset. Start your day with intention, whether it's through meditation, exercise, reading, or just taking a moment to reflect and set your goals. Take control of your morning, and you take control of your day. It doesn't have to be perfect, but making that conscious effort to start your day on a positive note can make all the difference. Take care of your mental health. We talk a lot about physical health, but mental health is just as important, if not more. You can't pour from an empty cup, and if your mind is not in a good place, it's hard to show up fully in your life. Take time to rest, to recharge, to do the things that bring you peace. Don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. There's strength in acknowledging when you're struggling and in doing what you need to take care of yourself. Remember, it's okay not to be okay all the time. Your mental well-being matters. Don't underestimate the power of gratitude. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, your whole perspective shifts. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness. It's about appreciating the small things, the sunrise, a kind word, a good meal. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties in your life, it means choosing to see the good that still exists despite those difficulties. When you practice gratitude, you attract more positivity into your life. It helps you realize that even in the toughest moments, there is still so much to be thankful for. Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's also holding you back. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to become the person you're meant to be, you have to be willing to step out of that comfort zone. Take risks, face your fears, and challenge yourself. It's scary, but it's also where all the magic happens. The most rewarding moments in life are often the ones that scare us the most. Remember, the only way to discover your true potential is to venture beyond what you already know. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. We're often so focused on what's next that we forget to appreciate the progress we've already made. The journey is just as important as the destination, and every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, has brought you to where you are today. Celebrate your growth, celebrate the small wins, and acknowledge your resilience. You've come a long way, and you should be proud of yourself for that. Remember that the only person you need to compete with is yourself. Too often, we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, what they have, what they've achieved, where they are in life. But the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own growth, on your own journey. Everyone has their own path, and comparing your journey to someone else's will only lead to frustration. Stay focused on you, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. That's why it's so important to be intentional with how you spend your time. Don't waste it on things that don't matter, on people who don't value you, or on activities that don't bring you joy or help you grow. Be mindful of where your time goes, and make sure that it aligns with your goals and values. Life is too short to waste on things that don't serve you. Make the most of the time you have. Stop waiting for the right moment. There will never be a perfect time to start chasing your dreams, to make a change, or to take that leap. If you keep waiting for the right moment, you'll be waiting forever. The right moment is now. Take that step, make that change, and trust that you'll figure it out as you go. Life is about taking risks, about stepping into the unknown, and about believing in yourself enough to take that first step. Don't let fear of the unknown keep you from living the life you want. Invest in yourself. Your personal growth, your knowledge, your skills, they are the greatest assets you have. Whether it's taking a course, reading a book, practicing a new skill, or just taking time for self-reflection, investing in yourself is never wasted. The more you grow, the more you can offer to the world. Don't be afraid to put yourself first sometimes. You deserve to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. The more you invest in yourself, the more you'll see the returns in every area of your life. Kindness costs nothing, but it has the power to change everything. In a world that often feels divided and harsh, choose to be kind. You never know what someone else is going through, and your kindness could be the light that brightens their day. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or a simple gesture, kindness makes a difference. It not only impacts others, but it also fills your own heart with warmth. Choose kindness, not because it's easy, but because it's needed. The truth is, you are enough, just as you are. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to do more, be more, achieve more to be worthy. But your worth isn't determined by what you do or what you have. You are inherently worthy. Stop chasing validation from others, stop trying to prove your worth. You don't need anyone else to tell you that you're enough. Look in the mirror and remind yourself that you are deserving of love, of happiness, and of success, just as you are. Life is about balance. Work hard, but don't forget to rest. Chase your dreams, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. Give to others, but don't forget to give to yourself. Balance is key to a happy, fulfilling life. It's okay to take breaks, to slow down, to enjoy the little moments. Life isn't just about the big achievements, it's also about the small joys, the quiet moments, the time spent with loved ones. Find your balance, and you'll find your peace. As we come to the end of this journey, I want to remind you that everything you need to succeed is already within you. You are capable, you are resilient, and you are stronger than you think. Life will have its ups and downs, but you have the power to overcome every challenge that comes your way. Trust yourself, believe in your dreams, and never stop moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and let us know what resonated with you the most. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. Thank you for being here, for investing in yourself, and for being part of this amazing community. Remember, you are powerful, you are capable, and you are enough. Until next time, stay strong and keep growing.